My new phone doesn't know how to spell fuck.
It must learn.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes.
Alright, I will be... Once I find that this is... Alright, so we're on Twitch. Good. Mixer, we're good.
Ooh.
Alright, so you're getting video, right?
Yep.
Alright, and we are good on all channels. Oh my gosh. Finally. Alright, well, what's up, hungry ones? Welcome to Quarter Munchers. I am Johnny.
And I am the only man.
Okay, hold on, I gotta close the door real quick.
Okay.
There we go, so now I'm not gonna piss my wife off so much.
Eh.
Alright, so welcome to Quarter Munchers this week. We weren't here last week because I completely forgot it was Wednesday, and my dishwasher blew up.
Boo.
Yeah, so that was the last week and a half.
Dishwashers. They're bullshit.
They are. So we're back this week, and possibly not the next 2 weeks because I'm back on my evening bullshit.
Aw, Johnny's back on his bullshit.
Because it's like, oh, Johnny, you know how to do this route. You can train the new person, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I like seeing my wife for an hour a day. It's fine. So, so we didn't get a chance to talk about the Sonic movie.
Hey.
So, spoiler alert, it looks awful.
Yeah.
So we're here to play good Sonic games.
Yeah. Good Sonic. Classic. Original. The flavor you know and love. Blue.
So we're going to be playing this on the Sonic Jam on Sega Saturn.
Yeah. That's right. We're still throwing you a twist. We're not just playing good old fucking Genesis carts.
But first...
Because this is America, goddammit.
But first we need to show you something that's already looking better than the Sonic film.
Oh. Here I thought I was going to surprise you.
Oh, dude, I've been tracking that shit on Instagram for weeks.
It was out of frame. Yeah, I made a base.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And in very, like, cooking show fashion, I've not opted to set up an amp, so you just get to see it. But yeah, fucking finally pretty much completely finished it today. You know, the last, like, literally, it was technically done, like, probably, like, Monday. You know, I had the, strap buttons on and stuff. Like, it was ready to go home. But I only just went to Guitar Center today and picked up a strap. And I have a case, which I cannibalized from another older bass. So it's officially, it's donezo, it's funzo. It's money, baby. It's made of wood.
That's gorgeous looking. Now, did you make the pickguards?
Yeah, I did make the pickguards. And I painted them. To give them a little bit of that racing stripe motif.
Yeah.
That you can see all over.
It was really... The first time I looked at it, I was like, wow, that's a really weird clash of colors, but it grew on me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely, like, a noticeable difference between, like, the you know, the sort of woody, tan, brownish tones of the body and whatnot, and, like, the fucking bright black and red and white of the pickguards, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually, like, I feel like it's one of those things where pickguards always look really boring to me. You know, when they're just like white or just black or whatever.
Right.
And I don't like overcomplicated shapes. In you know, like the way I design things, I don't like lots of fiddly little curves and details and whatnot. I like clean shapes and, you know, devilish details. So I figured, what can I do to like spruce this up? You know, make it look a little more fun.
Let's see how much headphones slack I have. Oh, what? Come on, come on, out of there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn it. My rack is a little overpopulated. I need to get like one that holds like another 2 guitars. It also doesn't help that I have acoustics. But this is about as crazy as I've ever gotten with pickguards.
Oh, nice.
Well, not to get in the TV reflection, but I put one of the, it's like the Black Moto on a Midnight Wine Strat.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know how it was going to look when I bought it. I'm like, let's give it a go, and doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
I still got to get black pickup covers. We're not going to play Sonic. We're both just going to mindlessly noodle on each of our instruments, independent of one another. It'll just sound like Guitar Center. It's fine.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Like, so let's just be real. Rock music is kind of dead right now. Like, it's not the most popular genre of music. You know, metal is kind of turned into a joke, etc., etc. And, you know, overall, I'm not super happy about that. For obvious reasons. I build guitars. I wanted to make a career out of selling these things to people, and nobody's buying them. But the weirdly nice thing is you can go into Guitar Center now, and it's like, it's not awful. Like, I was confused because, like, they were playing music over the PA, and I could actually hear it, because there weren't like 5 people all, you know, with amps turned up too loud playing dumb bullshit. I was like, oh, this store's kind of, you know, when there's not a million people trying to play guitars and being bad at it, it's not so bad. It's just like a regular ass music store.
Yeah, I haven't been into a Guitar Center in like ages, because ever since I moved back to the side of the town where I have the world famous House of Guitars.
Yeah.
And as much as it triggers anyone that's like a super neat freak, it's the best. Player select Sonic and Tails.
I mean, the only reason, because I'm kind of the same. Like, I generally try to avoid Guitar Center, but there's only so many music stores in Reno, and none of them are, you know, all that great. There's one that up until recently I liked a lot until I had them order something for me, and now I'm like, all right, this was a terrible ordeal, and I'm probably not going to go into this store for a while. I'm going to try to, you know, whatever. Anyway, that's not important. The important thing is I did finally get my piano. And
oh, you did? Good.
Yeah. And the gigantic fucking box and the boxes for the IKEA furniture I got to put the piano on are now out of my room. So the background behind me in this fucking webcam shot isn't quite as awful as it could be. I just moved all that cardboard out like today. But yeah, I'm not only am I having a vaganza of new gear, I'm having an extravaganza, an extravaganza, in the form of having just finished a bass. and having gotten a
fucking
new
guess wrong
piano.
every time on that one.
Yeah, it's that good old arcade design mentality, you know, force the player to like memorize it. Although usually they go on the outside of corners, but I think that's only for that only, as far as I can remember, applies to the first like 3 Chaos Emerald stages. I think they get so complex, you know, around 4, 5, 6, 7, that it becomes pretty difficult to predict anything. You just gotta know, man. You gotta memorize. You gotta play the game a million times. Man, I really like this.
Emerald.
Hey, Emerald get 169 rings. Hey. Yeah, I think the only thing I'm sort of maybe not happy with, really, with this base is just the width of like the nut is a little wider ish than I would like super duper love.
Shit.
Because I think Rickenbacker makes their necks pretty wide, which would track because they put 2 truss rods in them for almost no reason. So I made this a little narrower than like a standard Rickenbacker. I think I kind of went in between Rickenbacker and Yamaha, because my Yamaha bass is like my favorite one to like actually hold and play. Like, I love the way the neck feels on that. So that was kind of my model. But I didn't want to go too far in one direction. And I'm kind of in between. And it's like, I probably could have made it a little narrower at the nut. But other than that, like, I'm happy with my neck profile. It came out, you know, nice and thin and round and pretty smooth and comfy. I mean, just, you know, just,
But after watching the Instagram video of you playing that thing, those electronics sound fucking great.
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked. These shout outs to TV Jones and their Thunder Mag pickups. These things are baller. These sound so fucking good.
Like when I heard that, it's like, if I play bass, that's how I want it to sound.
Yeah, it's fucking nice. Yeah, because I think it's just like, you know, it's regular pots. Oh, it's all, you know, pretty standard. I think like Switchcraft or somebody, you know, like nice pots, but not like crazy, like $50 each, you know, or anything. It's not like those PMT tone mods I was talking about. It's pretty standard, you know, tone and volume controls, and technically non-standard switching, but the Switch doesn't do anything like coil tap or, you know, any of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turned out fucking great. I'm happy.
I was gonna focus super hard because, like, I've memorized the first one.
Oh yeah.
This is all like I'm now playing reactionary. I'm gone.
All reactions, no reads. I mean, reads. I don't fucking know. Fighting games are hard. Oh man, but yeah, like I'm stoked with how the body came out too. Fucking.
Yeah, I love the shape of that. It's like super. Oh, you Tails, you cocksmear.
Yeah, that's why this game is terrible. The special stage would be great if Tails either wasn't in it or couldn't lose rings. This is why you need to play it. It's fucking annoying. You basically need to play it on 2-player at a certain point to either just make sure that, you know, Tails follows your lead and doesn't fuck up, or you have to like coordinate with another person to get as many rings as possible. It's some malarkey.
Oh god. Take that, Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, it's funny getting this thing done and playing around with it though. I have completely forgotten how to slap. I'm not gonna say I was ever good at slap bass, but like I could do it, and now I'm just like, I can try. Sometimes I can get it if I go real slow and I'm careful. It's terrible. I need to practice again. Oh man, but yeah, this thing's nice. Like, I'm glad I didn't go full tilt, like perfect, um, down to like the millimeter, Rickenbacker clonage, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The last time that I had brought up wanting you to build something for me, that's where I found myself getting stuck a lot. Was like, I want something like this, but it's just gonna be, it's gonna. If I keep going with this, it's gonna wind up just one of these. Like, I didn't want that. I wanted something unique.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, it's real in my experience, and admittedly, my experience is not the best to go on because there's literally only like 4 guitars in the world that I can play. Because I'm a weird freak of nature, and I'm not normal. I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
So you got a 25% chance at best.
At best.
To beat me. Which,
apparently,
way,
it was just like the 11th anniversary of that clip. Yeah. Oh man, Scott Steiner. What a fucking guy. Oh, have you seen Firefly's Funhouse?
Yes, it is the best.
Yeah.
It is the Bray Wyatt we were all waiting for.
Oh man, it's so good. Let me in. Just let me in.
Oops. Did not.
Eh. You got plenty of time. And you got extra rings. But yeah, because like at least in my experience, it's really rare to find an instrument that like, a pre-made manufactured one, with the exception of like some pretty expensive guitars, that I can just like sit down and hold and be like, oh, I love it. It's perfect. There we go. There's always something like the scale just isn't quite what I want it to be, or the nut's too wide, or the neck's too narrow or thick, or strings aren't spaced the way I'd like. There's always some little thing with any guitar that I pick up that I'm like, it feels okay. And I imagine part of this is probably psychosomatic. There's probably some extent to where I'm just like, well, I made it, so of course I love it. It's my creation.
I made this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I do really like it.
There's a good chance that I'm going to be revisiting the whole build thing soon, however.
Sweet.
One, I've been researching what I want the thing to be built out of.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have landed on the electronics, which means I need something that's going to... Because I'm going active pickup, so I need something that's really going to resonate well.
Ah.
For a guitar designed to be tuned 2.5 steps down below a regular guitar.
Yeah. Because you wanted a baritone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Starting to get some ideas.
Because I think alder was where I landed on for the body with a maple top. So that you get that really, like, the bright resonance from the top end, but it's still, fucking rattles.
Yeah. And with that kind of setup, it'd be super easy to, like, chamber it, too, or make it even, like, semi-hollow if you wanted. Which would help a lot.
Yeah.
With getting those air pockets and that nice, not like full-blown acoustic sound, but definitely a certain amount of
because
something.
I have one semi-hollow that I don't mean to make it like my rip box, because it's a 335 knockoff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say knockoff. It's the Epiphone version of the 335.
Oh, yeah, it's like a Dot or a Casino or something.
It's called a Sheraton.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, those aren't too bad.
No, I love that thing. It rips.
Yeah.
I have to have somebody fix the electronics on it though, because
Oh.
the something came loose or like the solder fucked up.
Yeah. I
And
mean, as far as like,
shit.
oh god,
Oh.
yeah, you're fucked now, buddy.
Oh.
Well, yeah, probably. Oh.
If I got back just a split.
Well.
Because like when you switch it to the neck pickup, it's really faint unless you jiggle the toggle switch a certain way.
Oh yeah, yeah. Either something came loose or there's like some scunge in the switch or something.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't be too hard to fix. You just have to get in there to get at it. Whoopsie doodle. Oh lord. I apologize.
When you notice the game slow down, it is actually the game and not the stream.
Yeah.
This is a pretty wonky port, actually. But
What? No. But the Sega Genesis or Sega Saturn was so good at it. Legit was actually primarily, I think, designed to run sprite graphics. It shouldn't have that much trouble with the Sega Genesis game.
I don't get it.
Especially because I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that Sega whoopsie doodle.
Damn it anyway.
Because I'm pretty sure like Sega, I imagine Sega made this port themselves. I would hope.
There are some names on the opening splash screen that might suggest otherwise.
Oh shit.
And this is where every child's anxiety started.
Yeah. Sonic, gotta go fast, except when you don't.
Well, like, the Sonic You're Going to Drown music is, like, gut-wrenching when you're a kid.
Oh, yeah. It is
no.
scientifically designed to induce stress. It is the sound cortisol makes in your brain. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do. Okay, not my favorite boss. Fuck.
Perfect.
Okay, at least I got rings.
Well, that's awful nice of the game.
I feel like that's there because the devs and the testers were like, we're dying a lot here. Can we get something?
Ooh. Oh yeah. Got him. Don't forget, you can still die right here. Oh lord.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, then I'm Johnny.
Hey. But yeah, fucking, I don't know, there's something about like a handmade instrument. Or, like, I guess not handmade exactly, but like a custom made. I mean, there is something about a handmade instrument. It's better than, something made in a factory in Korea, but there's also something about, a custom made instrument that's like, if you're not me, not made by you for yourself, at least made for you, if not by you, in the bayou down in Mississippi.
Or down in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I don't know when I'm going to let that joke die, so just let it happen.
But yeah, it's nice, having something made to like your specs and stuff. There's something about it that just makes it feel better than other guitars.
And well, that's the other reason I want, like, you know, one that was built for me or something to the effect, because it's going to be the only one that is it.
Yeah. Nobody else has one of these. I mean, there are left-handed Rickenbackers, but there aren't any that are made out of, you know, that have the Babinga stripes and this frankly superior electronic setup. Because Jesus Christ, whoever initially designed how the electronics in like a stereo Rickenbacker work was a fucking dumbass and didn't know what they were doing. It's so backwards and stupid and needlessly complicated. I can only assume whoever did it like slowly figured it out by trial and error. And as soon as it seemed like it worked, they're just like, "All right, done, ship it."
I mean, that doesn't sound wrong.
Yeah. This is also the company that, you know, puts 2 truss rods in their necks strictly as a marketing point, I guess.
I feel like there's gotta be, oh shit, like a reason behind it.
I mean, if there is one, I think originally it started with the bases. And the thinking was because the base neck is so wide and so thin, they figured we can put in 2 truss rods just in case like the string tension is uneven and the neck wants to like twist one way. You can make one side tighter or the other side tighter to account for any possible. Yeah, this one's a pain. You can get some free hits. I think, if I remember how it works right, you can get free hits by getting on top of the columns and then just hanging out up there.
Shit.
Or maybe you can't. Maybe I don't remember this shit at all and I haven't played Sonic. Oh no, you can.
Shit, I should have hung out on the top of that one.
Yeah. Oh.
Tails, for fuck's sake!
You had one job. But yeah, fucking... So that was the original reason Rickenbacker did it. And then they just kind of kept doing it and made it like a marketing, you know, kind of thing. Like, yeah, double truss rod system. When really what they should have done was just, you know, design their necks, you know, maybe a little thicker, a little narrower, and then it wouldn't have been a problem at all.
I gotta be smart about this now. Ah! Fuck! I reacted wrong. Like, I saw it shoot out, and I knew it should have gone over me.
Yeah. I always hate those, like, near-miss type situations. Oh, hey, no rings. But yeah, so point being, I put one truss rod in my neck because it doesn't need to.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Don't care, one ring is fine.
Yep.
Unquestionably one of the best boss fight musics in video game history.
Oh, yeah. I love that just octave opening, just doo-doo-doo-doo.
Not gonna try it. There we go.
Yeah, got him. Fucking wrecked.
Fucking right.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
Sonic got their Act 2. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the beginning of many Sonic things. I'll get that speed up.
Jackpot. Oh. Wow, nothing at all?
Yeah, the slots are pretty mean in these games.
Oh, go!
Oh, fuck. There it is.
This level was bullshit.
TW crushing. Or I guess hentai tag crushing. Crushing it. Orange crush. More like red crush. Blue crush? That'd be a good promotional stunt for Orange Crush. Put in blue food coloring for like a couple months. Rename
I'm pretty
it.
sure they actually make like a blue raspberry crush.
Oh, hot damn. That's my Jim Jam.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. There you go, bud. You done fucked it up.
Oh, shit! Now you fucked up!
You have fucked up now.
Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up!
Hey, you skinny beanpole looking motherfucker. I love that he calls him fat at first and then he starts calling him skinny.
Oh, that show is so good.
Oh, what a skit. What a hilarious jape. A word I've been using, or a word I've been hearing a lot recently. And there's something about it that just makes me nervous.
What, jape?
Yeah, it sounds like, I think it's, you know, it's kind of like gypsy. Like, it sounds like a word that could be low-key an epithet, and people just don't realize it. And I'm like, people are using this a lot now. I hope it's okay. I hope there's not some, you know, ethnic group that I'm not considerate of the feelings of that's just like, man, you can't fucking, that's not okay. Boing.
Can someone tell me what I was just pushing?
Bricks, block, blue block. Yeah, Tony Hawk, half pipe.
There it is.
Hey.
The
Man,
good
I just
sage-
hope you can. I hope you can get through the next stage so we can get to the sickest. Whoops.
I was not paying attention.
eh.
That was all on me. Oh, fuck.
I mean, by the time it became clear that that was not going to work out for you, you weren't in a position to do anything about it.
Invincibility.
Also, that will not save you from crushing.
No, I know that.
Invincibility my ass. Man, your paths through these levels are completely different than the ones I usually take. It's interesting to watch.
To be 100% honest, I never actually ever plan which way I go through a Sonic stage.
I mean, I guess neither do I. It's just, you know, I kind of grew up, you know, playing the game over and over again. I eventually just developed, like, especially with, like, Casino Night Zone because of all the bumpers. I was like, all right, I just kind of do it the same every time because I'm a kid. and I don't have the brains to like explore and try to do different stuff. But yeah.
Oh fuck! I don't want to be in this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This always, I hated that.
Oh yeah, like the pinball plunger type things.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where we separate the boys from the men. If you can navigate this pinball shit. I was actually pretty good at this section as a kid because literally the first video game I ever played, fucking little bug or something, was Sonic Spinball. So I got to this stage and I was like, oh, okay. Don't worry, I got this shit on lockdown.
There we go.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back, listen to this shit again. Sorry, I got the Sonic, or I've got the Mystic Cave Zone track. Oh, God, it's so sick. It is just the nastiest, sickest, dankest, fucking grimiest beat ever concocted. It's so good. I don't know why people have kept making music for like the last 25 years. We've solved it. We know what the sickest sounding shit is. Hey, 2 rings. Hell yeah, big money.
Big money, no whammies.
2, that's how many rings I put on my cock.
I mean, if you really want to restrict that much blood flow, go for it. Again, 2019, don't kink shame.
Still bust out of that shit. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Fuck
My life has gotten weird.
No!
Ah, you'll be fine. Unless I'm getting weird, super late shit.
No,
yeah, you're fine.
Well, because I hit the checkpoint with 50 rings.
Oh, and you couldn't. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
I understand now.
that's
okay. I don't think I've ever actually gotten all 7 Chaos Emeralds in this game.
I did one time. Because the girl I was dating at the time was a Sega kid, so she was like fucking Sega Genesis all the time.
Oh shit.
And I like I said, I never even had a Genesis. I was
I just want, yeah, big money. Get that level up, life up, extra life. Just point of order though, Sega Genesis wasn't like the current console at this point in time, was it?
No. But
okay,
like,
thank God.
That was when like, no, if I had a girlfriend at that age,
It's like the Sega console came out when I did. Of, the VJJ.
God, what? Don't ever.
Yeah.
That is the worst euphemism.
To quote Aaron Hansen, came out the pussy drawing Mozart.
Shit. I do think that thing you just said. Did you not draw at all when you first started? What do you think? It just came out the pussy drawing Mozart and shit? I do think that thing you just said.
It's such a good... Oh, it's such a good line.
I can show you a few things. Like how I hit the same cannonball 5 times in a row.
Here we go.
Trained him in.
Hope you got it memorized this time.
I don't.
At least it doesn't auto, because Sonic 3, what it would do is it would cycle you through the stages. So if you fucked up, you had to play through the other, 6, or whatever number was left, until you got back to the one that you screwed up, and try it again. That game really was designed for you to not be able to win at it.
Why do I keep trying to jump over those? That's how disaster happens.
Oh, don't worry. Eventually you'll have to, because they'll come in like giant rings.
Tails, you unbelievable asshole.
Yeah, you just have to... Don't look at the rings total you have in the middle. Look at the rings you Sonic have, because those are the ones that matter.
Okay. Fuck! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Hey! Got him!
Oh! I was about to be so pissed. Josh Trololo, welcome to the chat. What's going on, buddy?
Hey! Oh lord,
From
which chat is he in?
From YouTube.
Oh snap.
Oh, I hated this.
Oh yeah, this boss is a pain.
Because you gotta... There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the easiest way to like consistently hit him. Is
I can't charge up that fast though. That's my problem. I'm so used to it's like fuck you mashing the speed button.
yeah, I mean you don't fortunately you don't have to like really crank it up on the speed. In fact, it's probably better to have like low speed and then kind of jump away from the wall. So I think if you hit the jump button while you're rolling, does it project you away from the wall or yep.
Yes, and then you hit what's actually a hurt box.
Well, yeah, you hit what's a hurt box.
I don't have a defense to that. I really don't.
It was low-hanging fruit. I apologize.
It's fine.
My fruit hangs low.
Fucking A.
Yeah. This one's really just an exercise in patience. Whoop. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Watch out.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Just
there's-
a lot
yeah,
of
there's
things
two
just
little-
happened.
Yeah. There's two little, like, testiclats that, come off of the spiky ball when it hits the ground.
Testiclats?
I don't know. What was that fucking... Oh, God. That old school, like, pre-YouTube, like, E-Bombs World. It was ostensibly a band. And it was basically, like, weird avant-garde comedy. It was two guys. I think they made, like, the... Fuck. 55 video.
Not familiar with that.
Oh my god. You don't know 55?
I don't know 55. Am I about to know 55? No, like
Group
My-
X.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard that specific song, but I loved Group X back in the day.
Yeah, they did Mario Twins. I want to say they did the End of the World or the Nuclear, etc. Here's the world round.
Okay, so here is Earth. That's a sweet Earth, you might say. Round. Ice caps melting.
Shiggity shiggity shwa. Oh, these videos are still funny.
Like I remember one of their songs was like, "You'd like me better if I was on the soccer team."
Yeah. God, yeah, I haven't thought about Group X in years.
Also, bang bang bang.
Yeah.
I don't want to know your name. I just want bang bang fuck.
And yeah, Sh55 was a thing. It was one of their, or rather, Testiclats was a thing they said in a video, and for some reason it came into my brain. Because my brain is
It's
full
fine.
of many fuck. It's full of fuck. It's full of internet.
I've no more fucks to give. Uh-oh. Oh, what is it? Invincibility.
Woo! Man, they really hand that shit out in this game. You get so much invincibility, like, all over the place.
Okay, that could have gone. Oh god, oh god!
Oh, damn. You are not immune to crushing.
Wow.
Those spines, they do not increase your bodily. You have to be rolling, rolling, rolling. What? There you go.
Now we know y'all be loving this shit right here.
Oh, fuck off, Biloxi.
I love that he showed you that and you're like, no.
God, it's so bad.
Biloxi! This is the
This is a
real
real
motherfucking deal, y'all! I'm feeling those lighters.
Man, fucking shut up, Fred. Gee. Go marry Gwen Stefani or something. Get out of my life.
I would say that's an odd couple, but I guess it kind of makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. They're both products of the 90s. That's kind of my main. thing.
Oh god, I hated these things.
Yeah. That whole class of like, oh, I'm a ball surrounded by other balls that basically if you touch me you get hurt. That class of enemy in Sonic games was never that great. Seemed a little blasé. Ooh.
Oh, my jump did not go off, and that is not.
You'll be fine. As long as you don't get crushed.
What if I get crushed 40'd?
Hey, I mean, it would be appropriate, but still traumatic.
Live and learn.
Got attention down to tomorrow.
That comes up all the time on my like video game music playlist on Spotify. It's like a radio.
It's one of those
always
things-
has at least one Crush 40 song.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
people don't want to admit that they love the fuck out of Crush 40, but the truth is a lot of people really love Crush 40. It is, some solid ass butt rock. And especially for like people our age, it's very, like I was like 10 or 11 when the Dreamcast came out. I was actually 10 and a half months. Or sorry, 10 years and 6 months. I was 10 and a half years old when the
So you were a
Dreamcast.
child in 99?
I mean, yeah, because I was born in 89. So yeah, and it came out 9/9/99. So yeah, I was almost exactly 10 years and 6 months old when the Dreamcast came out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, see, now they do this fucking dirtbag shit. Of like, oh, there's bad boys and rings right behind them. You better be fucking tight. You better keep it tight.
And nope.
Yeah. No, as soon as man, this game really cranks it up fast. You have to be nearly perfect on these stages. Oh yeah, this bullshit. Tails a
Oh!
bastard in this. Oh, no.
Fuck. Well,
Yeah, you might want to backtrack a little. Get a Rangaroony if you can. I don't think it's a death drop below you, but I'm not 100%. There we go. Don't need to test it. Now, very carefully. Now, I am going to warn you, if Tails gets hits on Robotnik, like, don't... That will happen. It's some bastardy shit. So generally, you just want to go in for one hit and then get out and get safe, because Tails will fuck around.
and then this should be kill.
Yeah, robot is kill. A victor is you. Smash the state.
I've been playing a lot of Smash World of Light. I finally got past the one from, if you go back a few streams ago and watch me... Hold on.
Oh yeah, the sickest beat in video games. Perfect. Oh my god, you have continues, and you better goddamn use one. We did not get this far to listen to that song for 10 seconds. Yeah, continue.
Oh yeah, this song.
Oh yeah. There's a fucking, like, just disgusting mashup someone did with, like, this beat and a Beastie Boys song.
Oh, you showed me that one last time.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, it's one of the tracks off of Hot Sauce Committee Part 2, which personally is one of my favorite Beastie Boys albums. It's so fucking good.
Oh, that's right.
It is tasty. It is Sajam's partner on the short-lived Tasty Jam, or wait, no. It's a Tasty Jam. I'll find the joke somewhere. It is a short-lived fighting game show on Cross Counter TV, because it is a Tasty Jam.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that show now.
Yeah, they played Guilty Gear and, like, Smash and stuff. And I watched the Guilty Gear episodes. Also, man, like, just the fucking, like, parallaxing background and the color palette. Like, this stage looks so good. This is legit my favorite stage in the whole last game.
Damn it. Grab it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, God.
What?
Nice.
Aw, yeah.
Man, if you go back a few streams ago and watch me ride a warp star off a cliff,
Eh.
I finally got past that one.
Oh, good. Man, fucking... That FMS, that YM2612 chip. Oh, it's so good, baby.
Dude.
Man, it's just,
Yeah.
it's fucking gritty.
And, like, the use of that YM2612, it's another one of those things that, like, Sega had their hand on how to do it, but no other company that developed for the system did.
Oh, yeah. No, it is famously, like, a nightmare. And, like, Sega... I actually learned there was a piece of software Sega developed to send out to third-party developers for... And it was supposed to be it was supposed to make it easier to make music and like audio
Oh, you dicks.
for the Sega Genesis. Yeah, those enemies kind of suck. They're a pain. But even the software Sega sent out to make the shit easier. Also, you're going backwards. Now you're going forwards. There you go.
I was just going down for the invincibility, dude.
Oh yeah, totally. Speed strats. You're manipulating the RNG. I get it.
Duh. Gosh.
Step counter.
Come on, come on, come on.
But yeah, like even the software Sega made to aid developers in programming for the sound chip on the Genesis was such a pain in the ass to use that it did not help. I think if I remember right, like it... Oh, fuck. This is an unfortunate situation.
Really? Like, that's how you design that?
I never claimed this game was perfect. Just that it had the best piece of music ever created by mankind.
Okay, here we go. Up we go. Oh, that FM ring. I love it.
Yeah. Oh man, those fucking bell sounds, the basses. Oh, it's glorious. That's one thing. I need to just sit down and read the goddamn manual for my new piano.
Ah!
Get some of that good
Fuck.
shit. And I mean, oh, that's right. I was going to bring it up. In fairness to Sega, because the Genesis used an FM synthesis system or chip, because it had the YM2612 that actually produced the audio, and then it had a Z80 that I guess controlled it. Like, it actually had two sound chips, although I'm not sure if the Z80 actually produced sound or if it was just like a kind of preamp essentially or something.
Bit more of a preamp, because a lot of arcade cabinets of that era used the Z80.
But yeah, it had a weird, because that's right, like Neo Geo was almost the same in terms of hardware as like the Genesis.
Yeah, like you go to any Capcom cabinets from like the early
like CPS
era
1,
but
CPS
yeah,
2.
like, yeah, even predating CPS 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like super old school.
Yeah, like the Section Z and stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, the Genesis's whole hardware setup was kind of weird, and FM, even nowadays, it's hard to explain and hard to like get a hold of, like the whole idea. Oh lord. Oh
What?
fuck. Well, it was only Tails. I think you're
Yeah.
all right.
And I have a good buffer going into this.
Yeah.
Suck it, Tails.
Nice. This is what I'm talking about with these stages. They turn into like some real bullshit. It's like you can't see anything coming. They put stuff in place. There you go. There's that ring-a-ding-ding. Ah, now we're talking.
All right. This, however, is uncharted territory.
That
Whatever.
some Nathan Drake shit. Oh shit.
Woo!
Oh fucking somehow Tails is in front of you. Okay. So apparently there's some way that Tails can get in front of you.
Every time you jump.
Bummer.
Yeah, and Tails
That was
cost me
close.
that too. It was close
Yep.
though.
He always does. no. I mean, at least you got like the teal and the purple. You've got a solidly like 80s ass uh, color palette going, or actually 90s even. You've got some Dixie Cup shit with just those two.
The pattern was called Jazz.
Jazz, thank you. I always forget the name of it. I just remember that when I was a kid, we had like little tiny paper cups for the bathroom, for I guess like rinsing out your mouth with fucking mouthwash or whatever.
That was one of those, I knew that jump was a bad idea.
Oh fuck!
There's no way to get up there.
Full tilt hose ass action. Just be perfect. It's fine. Also, it's not like the music gets better after this because it's mathematically impossible. So, if you game over on this fight, it's not the end of the world.
Not going for 2.
Ah, I didn't know you could do that.
Fuck!
Oh, nice. Oh.
I am guilty of a gaming concept called greed. Especially when it comes to boss fights.
Oh, yeah. Which actually reminds me, random incidental thing. So a few weeks ago, I was probably complaining about Sekiro and how it's not jiving with me the way other Souls games have in the past, and I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah.
So, From Software released a patch for the game recently. I think between the last time we streamed and now, that actually nerfed a mini boss that I felt was extremely unfair and not well designed. So my complaints probably aren't totally unfounded.
Yeah.
That game has some balance issues. I think, maybe From Software didn't really deal with before release.
Yeah. Damn it, that's not what I wanted. I'm waiting for. I think it times out to go back to the main menu. I'm not positive.
Oh. But yeah. This is fucking.
If not, I'm about to. I'm just gonna look it up.
Oh,
No, not
man.
Microsoft Edge.
I mean, hypothetically, you could reset the console, right?
I could, but there's got to be a way.
You would think that, but for a compilation that old, I would not expect it to have an actual good way to get back to the main menu.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Gameplay.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how this base turned out. The body, I think I was trying to mention before, like, the way I kind of did the body, I made some pretty drastic changes from, like a traditional Rickenbacker, like, standard style thing. Obviously, I didn't bind the top. And I put, like, a nice, like, comfort carve here on this edge, and it's so much nicer to play. As one thing, like I love the look of like bound tops on guitars, but man, I can't deny the fact that like the reality is they are not comfy. They don't feel good.
No.
It's a pain in the ass. it's a pain playing like a bound top, electric, and like you can't really get away from it with like acoustics and stuff. But I think with electric guitars, a lot of anything I build for myself, at least from now on, is not going to have any binding. It's nice just having like a nice smooth round fucking ergonomic body. It's not trying to get in my way and dig a fucking channel into like the side of my wrist and shit. Wow, you found the goddamn menu, or you blurt the manual.
Yeah. Maybe
I
we
don't know
start
what
the
I'm
game.
doing.
Oh. Ha! Easy. Alright.
Oh hey.
No, not Sonic 2.
Yeah, lock on.
If you put Sonic 1 in there, I think it's just like endless blue sphere.
Yeah, it's weird. It's no way. Oh yep, it is blue spheres. The nice random seed for you. And nipples, the enchilada.
Do you know the
What
way?
is this? God, if they don't make a joke about that in the goddamn that would be a highly redeeming element for me if they made that a funny joke. Somehow if they snuck it into that gosh darn movie. Broda, do you know the way?
Someone edited the IMDb page to say Denzel Washington was playing Uganda Knuckles.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
One of my friends posted on my wall saying, "Look, they sent my boy Denzel to save the movie."
Oh, if anyone can do it. I mean, at least yeah, in a weird way, I will give them credit for casting someone. I don't know if they got like the actual voice actor who's been doing Sonic recently, but whoever they've got playing Sonic at least sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Motherfucker, Jaleel White ain't doing shit.
I know, and I am disappointed about that. But I mean, it's something. They got somebody who sounds like the Sonic I've been used to for like the last 20 years almost, or like 15, 16. No, actually, yeah, like the last 20 years. Jesus Christ, it's been nearly 20 years since the Sega Dreamcast came out. I was 10. I'm 30 now. This is a nightmare.
Oh, dude, it's all downhill from here for you.
Oh, I know it. I'm getting weird pains. I've got eye appointments to go to. Get my fucking vision checked and shit. It's all coming apart at the seams, man. That bumpty bump.
Just like if
Man, where
there's
the
8
fuck-
left for crying out loud.
Oh. Rang-a-dang-dangs.
Yeah, let me go back to where that was.
Yeah, follow the rings. They
There it
will
is.
show you. Hey, there they are. Bam! You did it. But yeah, if you lock on Sonic 2, you can play Knuckles in Swonic 2, and obviously Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the true game, the true vidya. Whee.
Oh, after this level, I gotta show something off that a friend of mine gave me.
Oh, damn. Now that's a fucking color palette.
Yeah.
Sweet Jiminy Jesus.
Ah!
Oh, perfect. Was it too eye gouging? Couldn't handle it?
No, it was a ring at the center and then surrounded by the
The red spheres?
Yeah. Or like blue spheres. But like as you go around, like I was expecting when you get the last one of it, it would ring.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes it's a little inconsistent with that, I guess.
So a buddy of mine sends me a text message. I meant to Instagram this. I'll probably do it tomorrow now that it's you know, anyone watching will have seen it. But buddy sends me a picture and goes, would you have any interest in these?
Okay.
These here, let me see if I can blow myself up here.
Those Genesis carts?
Yes.
Like just the PCBs? Holy shit.
These are his father worked or still works for Sony in some capacity because he actually managed a few big name music acts.
Oh.
When he was 10, he got to meet Sting.
Nice.
There's pictures of him young with Ozzy. But he worked for like an affiliate of Sony, so Sony would send him promotional cartridges. And they always came as boards because they didn't want anyone taking, you know, pictures of the box art or anything like that.
Wow.
So
That's
this
wild.
is ESPN Speed World and ESPN Hockey Night.
Hot damn. Test pressings of true Sega classics.
But I just thought it was cool that it was like, hey, I don't need these. You can use these. So I have promotional copies of, like, fuck, of old Sega games.
Hot damn.
I mean, like, obviously, like, in the back of my mind, I'm hoping for, like, oh, please be, like, Phantasy Star or something.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck!
One might say it belongs in a museum. I wonder, do you think there's got to be, like, a stat... Because I guess those would be very similar to, like, screeners. If I had to draw, like, a for-real analogy. There's got to be like a statute of limitations on screeners.
I'm sure. Well, because I remember his dad always used to get like movies that were still in the theater on VHS.
Yeah.
Because I remember he let me borrow.
This is a bastard of a level, by the way.
Sure is. No! Wrong way. Fuck. I'm actually kind of enjoying playing Blue Spear for a change.
Hey. I mean, when there's like no stakes attached to it, and you're just like, let's just fuck around and see if we can beat this level. It's still like this is an eye gouging nightmare of this is a color riot. Complete with tear gas. But it doesn't have that insane that level of anxiety that comes with them normally, where you're like, if I fuck this up, this run is dead. This orphan will lose all 3 of his hands.
What the fuck is that?
It's, I'm just saying, like, the stakes are high with blue spheres. You can't fuck around. I fucked around in the Overwatch League back in my pro days. It lost me the use of 2 of my right hands.
Oh god, I am... Alright. Focus. I forgot you were an owl.
Yep. And now I only have 2 hands, 2 freakish normal hands. And I've been scrubbed from the records, so don't look it up.
I had
This
a
was
coworker
way
that
back.
swore that she was in the like World Poker Tour.
Oh, sure. I mean, I could believe that like she signed up and went to a tournament or something. God, this is a bastard of a level.
Yeah, there's like nothing.
I mean, there was one time where you found a bunch of stuff. It's just getting back to it.
I did not want to do that. Whoa, okay. Nice recovery. We're good. MLG 360 no scope. Fuck, too early.
Yeah, the timing on those, especially when the state like speeds up, which I don't know if is it doing it like, after like 30 seconds or so?
No,
Where you
it's,
suddenly
it's
start-
barely doing it at all.
Huh. I guess
Fuck.
that's one saving grace. Oh, fuck. Crikey. Oh.
It's throwing me off because I'm putting this through my interface. There's like a 10 millisecond like latency with the audio,
Oh. Yeah.
which is not helping my cause.
Heh. What is...
What the hell?
Oh, hold on. Go back to that bumper area. That gold orb. Then, once you find it again.
Fuck!
Well, I think you're just gonna have to like try and make your way through some fields.
Alright.
Some of them bumpers. Hell, turn around, like see if there's anything behind you. Oh hey. Look at that. The rest of the stage.
Fuck.
I would recommend in situations like that turning instead of trying to jump over the last one,
Yeah.
because the jumping is weird where sometimes you'll land past the turn point and you won't be able to like turn. You're just
Yeah.
fucked.
Fuck! Too early.
Oh man. Oh lord.
Oops, didn't want to do that.
The old spinneroony. How many blue spheres are in this stage anyhow?
38.
Oh, okay. Even I'd say this is a special stage then. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Like the band? Yeah. I make funny jokes.
I went to a free comic book day event, and
Oh yeah, that was this weekend, right?
yes, it was also on May 4th, so it was Star Wars Day. Fuck!
Yeah.
So I was making Aaron Hansen Yoda jokes.
Oh man, yeah, I ended up. What did I? Oh yeah, I finished the base on Saturday, and then I had a May the 4th party to go to. So that I completely like spaced that it was free comic book day. Although I only read like outside of like indie comics, or insofar I guess as like Saga or East of West or indie. But like outside of, you know, as far as the superhero realm is concerned, there we go. Fucking nailed it down. Expressing myself with words to delineate what I mean in a precise manner. Out as far as the superhero realm, the only characters I care about are Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. And I feel like my chances of getting one of those on Free Comic Book Day are pretty slim. So I don't generally worry about it too much. This is a bastardy ass stage.
Alright, where was that?
Oh. Now you're playing with power. Yeah, I think we just need to get back to the one that you saw at the very beginning, like initially, that you usually would wind towards.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out... There it is!
Hey! Boom
Got it.
jams.
There it is!
Woo! Alright, let's see what fresh nightmare. Oh, and it's yellow. That's just great.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Alright, level 3. Please be a better color scheme. Ah!
Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, this is some premium jazz. This is some excellent... Oh, yeah. The red looks so bad. It's so wrong and awful. I love it.
Okay, here's a ring. I just saw some blue. There we go, here's some more.
This actually is hurting my eyes to look at.
It's not doing
It's-
wonders for me, and I'm the one fucking playing it.
It's so bad. I like actually need to close my face.
Oh, this is a nauseating color scheme. It's fucking bad.
Peekaboo. Oh man, like
Fuck. Whew.
it's one of those. It's such a strange. There's like not an English. There's probably not even a German word for it. Like that's. But you ever look at something and it has like this kind of color scheme and contrast
Yeah.
where, where like the light blue. It seems like like the way it stands out from the purple has this certain quality where it's just painful. Like it's actually hard to look at.
You know, at least I got it. I nailed it. Please be a better color scheme.
Better, I mean, that one's not too bad.
No, this
It's
is
a little
passable.
more, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, you fucked up. Don't worry, you can still like, yeah, you can. I don't know what even. I'm trying to think of a game that has a similar concept and also a name. But yeah, like there's a casino here in Reno where their hotel tower, the elevator doors are like sort of a brick red, and you know they're painted with this sort of, I guess, sort of
Shit.
kind of
It's okay, I went back again.
pinstripey. It's kind of a Western pinstripey pattern thing on the doors. I don't know it, and they hopefully have changed it at this point. But it's like this brick red and these dark colors, and then there's these like bright teal lines in it, and they're just like they're impossible to actually place your eye on. Just with the contrast and the way they look, they seem like they glow almost. It's like, this is not cool. somebody, whoever decided on this color scheme was clearly a psychopath. Oh, we got some corners, boys. Oh, that is a... Oh, nice. Nice save.
Rings.
Get them rings. Ring-a-dang-dang. Oh, Danger Man.
I feel like there was one more. No, there was not.
No, I think you got all... Yeah, you got all the... Now some true danger. There you go. Oh, this is a bastard.
Fuck! Oh!
Oh, yeah, see? That's why the jumping... The jumping in Blue Spheres is bullshit. It's almost, like, random. And yeah, I think... Oh, what? That was a weird... Somebody's equipment made a synth fart.
I think that might have been mine.
Yeah. Okay, so clearly we have to approach that a little more... Because I think it's a thing where we have to fill it in just the right places so it forms a square.
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Okay, I got those. That's easy.
Fuck. Here we go. The time is go. It is go for the time. And we went.
I don't know if you can hear me mashing the arrow key on my Saturn controller.
Oh, lordy.
I wonder if this is any better with the 3D controller.
Probably not. I mean, the main difference is that it had an analog stick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that'd help you.
A very early and primitive analog stick.
Oh, man. Hey!
Oh, shit.
It's funny, because I feel like at some point there was a plan to play Sonic 3, and I don't know where that's gone.
Well, I said, like, Sonic 2 or 3, and, I mean, if you really want to mince, we're kind of playing Sonic 3 right now.
Technically, we're playing Sonic... Well, okay, yeah. Sonic and Knuckles is Sonic 3. I guess you've got a point. Oh, man.
It's called I Have ADD and a very, very bad impulse. I'm like, we're going to play Sonic 3. Ooh, Sonic 2!
Oh, I mean, you're paying attention to this.
Look,
Ooh.
it's called savantism.
Let's see, what else? What else has been going on in video games and the world and music?
Internet
Oh,
historian-
yes!
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw the Fallout 76 video. It's fucking primo, dude. Oh, man.
What were you saying?
Oh, I remembered, because you mentioned how, like, you didn't necessarily want to make your semi-hollow Epiphone your main sort of shred box.
Yeah.
But I would submit as evidence Chris Cornell, who pretty much exclusively played, like, Gibson ES335s. And I want to say there's...
Shit, too early.
That one's interesting. I'm not sure, like, the best way to approach it.
Yeah,
I think maybe you have to go in from the side and then form a square on the inside.
You had me talking
and then
about
jump.
35. select? Yes, I still do. Sort of. You're gonna go there.
Trying to remember, is it an Epiphone? Oh no, it is a Gibson.
Damn it. There we go. Oh, good.
But yeah, part of Soundgarden's sound was a Gibson ES335 that Chris Cornell played, and Soundgarden is a very heavy band.
Yeah, that's true.
So, other than like if you're worried about having feedback on stage, that's a legitimate worry. But me, like, there's a lot of stuff you can do with like semi-hollow guitars,
Yeah.
and they don't look as fucking metal, as like your Jacksons and whatnot. But yeah.
Oh, I forgot how much I love this guitar.
Yeah.
It's heavy as balls. It's my only issue with it.
Huh. Kind
Back
of
up.
surprising.
Oh my god, these strings are old as balls. Like when you can feel the corrosion on it. Ah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, I gotta measure this neck because this is the neck I want on anything.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Not bad for not picking up a guitar in 6 months.
Okay. Frank Zappa. I don't know.
That's the opening to a Tool song.
Wow.
Go to Eulogy on their second album, Enema or Onema or however you pronounce it, like AE, Greek symbol.
Oh, I think it'd be Enema.
Yeah, alright, I gotta put this down before, we not turn into a video game channel.
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna go there for right now and I will put you back. Alright. That was a nice break, let's move on. Get Blue Spears. Get Ruby Spears.
Hey.
Super Fighting Robot.
Mega Man.
Also, the fact that it's May means we're super close to the release of Super Mario Maker 2.
Oh yeah.
Just pre-ordered my copy, along with the new generation of Pokemans.
Is that the Sword and Shield?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on top of current events. I'm hip and with it.
Somebody made a joke version of Pokemon called Gun.
Oh,
Comes in all
man.
new flavors like banana, fizz bitch, and gun.
Gun's my favorite flavor.
All right, how do you?
I think you want to like just go into it, make a box on the inside, be the man in the box, and then you only have like one layer of red spheres to jump over.
Yeah.
Or you could try going straight across and see if just having the two in the ends. Oh, hey, that was less complicated than we made it out to be.
I am super great at that. That's my superpower. Now I gotta hunt for those like two random ass ones.
Oh yeah, that little like 90-degree angle corner zone space piece.
No, I'm not gonna fill that space. Which, have you listened to the new Starbomb album yet?
I haven't. I need to get around to that.
I forget how like good of a rapper Aaron Hansen actually is.
Yeah. It's the thing. I do a lot of my music listening at work, and I was banned from wearing headphones several years ago.
Oh.
So everything I listen to at work, it's a whole weird thing, and I need to like fake pretend sue my dad on the internet to get my headphone rights back. But ooh, Vinny.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, so it never occurs to me when I'm actually like in the privacy of my own home to like listen to like a lot of things that I can't listen to at work. So I'll usually be doing other stuff. Damn, going to stage 5.
Okay, this is at least pleasing on the eye.
Sure. I guess, I mean, it's bright.
Yep, nope.
I guess it's not the worst color palette ever. It's got that sweet Genesis, that good old-fashioned 90s basketball team. Like, yeah, this is some, like, fucking LA Lakers premium classic colors.
This is also the color scheme of one of our local colleges.
Oh.
I believe this is the Nazareth College color scheme.
Hot damn. I thought Nazareth was in like Pennsylvania.
Well,
I guess
we
there's
have a
probably
Nazareth-
one in each.
Yeah.
Probably a Nazareth in like every state.
I rode into Nazareth. I was feeling about half bit dead.
I'll bet that's why he used the name Nazareth in the song, because he's like, there's like 15 Nazareths in the U.S. So many people are going to be like, he's talking about my hometown.
Fuck!
Nazareth, South Virginia, California.
South Virginia Sea.
Left Minnesota.
Take a load off, matey. Take a load for free. Take a load off, matey. Yeah.
Oh man, did you ever see the Saturday Night Live skit based on that song?
No.
This
I
is
saw
gonna be like the
Muppet
weird.
skit.
So there's an SNL skit where it's like this was like 10 years ago or something. So it was like Bill Hader and I don't know who's on SNL at any given time, but it was those guys, them SNL boys, back on the scene.
Panic.
And there's 3 of them, like hanging out in a bar and the song is like playing in the background, presumably on the jukebox. It's diegetic. And during like the verses, they're like they're talking about like their jobs or their lives, or telling stories or whatever. I think Andy Samberg was in it too. um and it starts out pretty normal, and as the song proceeds, like they keep singing the choruses and like taking a drink of their beer, and then whatever heartfelt like thing that they're trying to tell each other, admit, keeps getting weirder as time goes on. And at some point, Andy Samberg, brings up like, you guys know how I shit in boxes and send the boxes to like random addresses across the U.S. And they're like, and both of the guys at the table, they're so hammered at this point. They're just like, oh yeah, yeah. And he says something about it, some story, and like the end of the skit, he's like, he looks like Bill Hader or something. He's like, oh yeah, I almost forgot, I got this for you, and he hands him a FedEx box. It's a really good skit.
Actually, that sounds like a great idea for a skit.
And I mean, it just goes on, just increasingly, like that's not even the weirdest part, I don't think.
It kind of reminds me of the old Brasky's Buddy skits.
Oh yeah, it's totally in that vein. Like they aren't doing the full like Illinois, Wisconsin type accent, the Bears, but it's definitely like supposed to be working class guys, having a beer at the end of the day, and talking about their feelings and whatnot. And
say, do you guys know Bill Brasky? I know Bill Brasky. He's a 6-foot-tall beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
Oh man. This also reminds me of another SNL skit that I've never been able to find. Well, I haven't looked for it in years. But it was some other random skit I saw, and it's set at like a restaurant, and I think there's a couple of ladies at the restaurant. Oh, wait, go back. No, oh, no. Oh wait, maybe you can still get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first, hey, back to Blue Spheres. Oh, what a simple time it was to look at the standard Blue Sphere stages. How plain the tan and brown stage was. Easy on the eyes. Oh man. There's like two ladies at a restaurant, or like a bar or something. I think it was set like in a nice like French restaurant kind of situation, and they're having dinner or whatever, and one of the girls is like eyeing this guy at another table, and they're talking about him, and she talks about how like smart he looks and how handsome he is, and like the ladies are like, oh, this is a catch right here, and meanwhile the guy, it cuts between the girls and the guy at the table, and the guy is sitting there just staring, like unblinking at these women, just like with the weirdest just like creepy, weird, fucking like something's wrong with his brain look. And whenever it cuts to him, you get like the internal monologue, which is literally just it's so fucking goofy, and it's like the funniest shit that's ever been on that show. And the joke is so simple, and there's so little dialogue that there's nothing to grab onto. It's like SNL restaurant skit.
Yo, F your ring, Sonic.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since like that one time.
I hate when
And-
things like that happen where you're like, I saw this one time and that's it.
Yeah. It's so, and I mean, I still hold out a little hope because you found Big Sausage Pizza for me, which I thought I was never gonna see again.
Oh shit.
Did somebody order a Big Sausage Pizza? I
I
did, but I don't have any money. Why the fuck did you order pizza?
It's so fucking perfect.
God, I miss Vine so much sometimes. Oh.
I don't think I ever realized that this has an underwater section.
Yeah. It's almost in a way hard to get to. Cause hoo boy.
Oops.
God. Fucking oh, it's so good. On YouTube it it doesn't even play the whole end of the vine, and somehow it's almost funnier that way.
Why the fuck you order
Yeah.
I forgot like the fake woos that they add with the FM synthesizer in this.
Oh yeah. They found some fun ways to like fit in some. So fun fact, the Sega was actually it's sampled. It's like digitized audio. It's not just synth instructions. So as a result, it took up an eighth of the cartridge, or like a quarter of it, or something. I think I've told that story before.
I don't think you have, because that's the first I've ever heard of that. That's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's that Sega. That one little sample is like something like a quarter of the data on the cart, and it's just because the CEO, like somebody high up, some executive at Sega, wanted to do something on their games to like set them apart and make them seem really impressive. So it's like, well, if we have this actual sampled audio, we found a way to put sampled audio on a Sega cart. And he's like, great, we'll do the logo with it. And they're like, well, I mean, it's impractical. The most we could do, in a reasonable amount of data is like probably one of the little woo or come ons. And it's a bit crushed to hell. And he's like, fuck it. You're going to have a whole choir sing Sega. Like that's
And yet
the
still
killer
iconic.
thing. Yeah. Because it was fucking amazing at the time.
Well, I remember it was crazy when I beat Star Fox for the first time and it actually had voice acting.
Oh, yeah. Is that Star Fox 64 or...
No, the original, like, Super NES.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Has just a little bit of voice right at the end, huh? So I think that one you can actually turn into rings,
Oh,
even
can
though
you?
there's that... Yeah, even though there's the bumper in the middle. I think if you go all the way around the outside, it'll turn into rings.
You made the joke I was already thinking in my head.
Yep. I live in a culture. I live in a society. And yeah, I'm on the same wavelength as so many people my age. For better or worse. Batman.
And nailed it.
Shtabam.
You got the Chaos Emerald of Urine. I didn't get the perfect for that shit. Continue.
Yeah, new continue.
Oh, yeah, this is every special shield had some crazy double jump effect.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I always liked the fire shield because you go
Yeah.
zoom. Yeah, it's highly impractical and it got me killed all the time, but it was so fucking rad. It's very much the gotta go fast.
I always liked the electric shield, the one that had the it summoned rings to you, but also shit. Shit.
Ha
But it also gave you a double jump.
Yeah, that one, like the thunder shield's definitely the most practical. Fire shield was so fucking rad. It's funny because like I think the fire shield's actually like the least useful because this one the bubble shield reflects projectiles, the lightning shield pulls rings and gives you straight up double jump. The fire shield just works like a regular old ass shield from original Sonic the Hedgehog and makes you jump to your doom
Yeah.
like a goddamn moron. Oh, hey, this ain't so bad. Like some orange cookies and cream shit. Nice blue sky.
Stuart, what does mommy say about fudgesicles? They look like poo. For anyone who actually ever watched Mad TV.
Oh man. Yeah, I never got on the Mad TV train. I've heard like from, again from people kind of closer to our age. Because it always seemed like the inferior little brother, like the more crass, less funny SNL. But that's because I was raised on like my parents had random tapes of like the best of person SNL skits, like the best of John Belushi and Gilda Radner. So I got to see all the good shit from SNL, not realizing that like that tape comprised, like 10% maybe of all the skits John Belushi was ever in. And most of them, were not of the same quality.
Yeah, like those are the ones that actually made like standards list.
Yeah. So like when Mad TV came around and I was able to actually broadcast, I didn't realize that these shows aren't always going to be like super funny every single time. So I think I never really got super into it because I was like, it's not that fucking great. Got him. Oh, that purple.
Andrew the Old School Gamer, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. I'm sorry,
Hey!
I am neck deep in Blue Sphere.
Thank you for the subscribe.
Oh, yeah, we're having a good old time with some Sonic. Going back to the old days when there was I'm not going to say it was a good Sonic movie, but the animated film was certainly watchable for me as a kid and fun. And it was an OVA, so it was like decent, anime quality animation. So you got to go out you got to go out the left side.
Yeah.
Like just spin dash up there you go.
There we go. I'm thinking of this backwards.
For like the only time you actually have to backtrack a tiny bit.
If we were ever to play the either of those games, I would probably play the original PS1 versions, at least of Crash Bandicoot. Because the Crash Bandicoot remaster has a couple levels that they screwed up on programming the
the jump physics and stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember seeing like there was footage of that bridge stage with all the turtles.
That's the one.
Yeah, I remember seeing people struggle with that for like hours.
Damn it.
Oh. I didn't realize. Did they like re-record the dialogue for the remakes?
I think so, actually. Yeah.
Blasphemy. This is some fucking Twin Snakes shit.
Oh wow, the screen stutter in the Saturn is fucking broken.
Oh man, set piece moment. Oh, that's right. I was thinking of. I forgot you're on the actual stage boss. Bang.
Oh.
That was dangerous. Dangerous. Fortunately, you're immune to those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're immune to fire.
You kill stealing son of a bitch.
Ha ha! Oh man, 98 rings at the end too. Bummer. 2 away from an extra life.
It's okay. I've gotten 3 continues so far from special stage.
Yeah. I feel like this game was definitely a little more generous with continues and extra lives and all that goodness.
I hated this stage. I mean, there was some, like, clever mechanics. I just really did not care for the stage.
Yeah, the being underwater with the potential to drown element was always not as fun. It was that good old-fashioned Sonic anxiety.
Doesn't this let you breathe?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
Tails that drowned.
Yeah, that was Tails' drowning. Yeah, he's not important. He's immortal.
And has a crippling addiction to PCP.
Ha ha! Metal Gear. This is another stage with just fucking banging music.
Oh god!
Don't fuck it up.
Uh-oh. Oh!
You fucked it up. Oh, hey, another bubble shield.
Oh.
Well.
So I'm good at video game. You.
Oh, he did it. The son of a bitch. He actually did it. The absolute mad boy. Fox. Child.
Ugh, there we go. I try to take a break from the chat, but I'm so glued into. Oh.
Oh. I think it'll still be there. Yep. Oh, yeah, this one. Nice, intense red, white, and blue thing going on.
Yeah, this one had some weird turns and stuff, if I remember right.
Yeah. Once again, you know, like around the 3rd or 4th stage, they start really turning the screws on you. Although the basic Chaos Emeralds they're a cakewalk compared to, like, you can play these stages on reaction and potentially beat them. The Hyper Emerald stages are just absolute bullshit. But hopefully we don't have to worry about those for a while.
Yeah. just saw the other blue. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, you've certainly gone about this in a way. Holy, bummer. I think that's another one where it's like, it's a weird shape, but I think you can go around the perimeter and turn it all into rings.
Looking at it, yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I haven't even actually played with the, oh, fuck. The remastered Crash Bandicoot yet.
Yeah, watch out. Get him.
Can we...
Oh.
There we go. I gotta go back and play... And honestly, Crash 3 was one of my favorite games of all time.
Hot damn. Sadly, I missed out on those ones. I didn't get into PlayStation until PS2.
Oh.
I think the first Rayman I played was Rayman 64. There are so few, like, original video games that I've played. I've played tons of sequels to things. Oh, God. Oh, you gotta go quick, boy. Oh, no. Oh, you're dead. Aw. You got to be quick.
The only, like, the first Rayman I ever played was Legends.
Oh, shit.
And the only reason I picked that up is because of the music levels. Where you play through, like, Black Betty, but it's, you know, the enemies in the game making sounds. What?
You got glitched.
I went to go do the friggin' the spin thing, but I was, like, stuck in that, like I was pushing something.
Yeah. Probably bad port.
Yeah.
But hey, free lives. Or, well, I mean, long as you can get to that extra life, you're not, like, dying. Wow, this is some bullshit.
What is it? The Saturn port was bad.
Shocking. BTW, Andrew, Johnny's playing this on Sega Saturn for some reason.
Because the only Genesis controller I had is bunk. Strap in. Here's 10 minutes of me dying, everybody. Alright.
Let's make absolutely sure we can't spin dash in there first. Like, get in there and, like, push against the bumper just to make sure you're absolutely, like... Oh. What the fuck? And it's not like... Oh, man, that is terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, there's something... There's something, like, busted in there.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is too steep by Ubisoft.
Oh, man. Fucking steep. Back when they were gonna bring... Motherfucking... So, okay, I have a plan. Oh, hey. Finally, by random chance. You made it.
There we go.
I was gonna say, our next recourse might have been to spin dash in front of the bounce pad and try and just jump.
That is
Yeah,
one of the
fucking-
coolest like zip things ever.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, fucking steep. That hot minute when maybe snowboard games were actually back. Then they weren't because nobody really liked it. It's weird. It's like we've forgotten how to make extreme sports games.
Yeah,
The last Tony Hawk was like an insult to the franchise.
oh, it's a miserable.
Such an awful, buggy, fucking broken cash in.
And then like even like optimist gamers like me that are like, oh, you know, it's not that bad. It was like, no, fuck that game.
Yeah. No, that game was a straight up ripoff. The only Tekken game I've played is Tekken 7.
And I can't remember. Did you ever actually get to like that one, or is it still?
I mean,
a bit
I
of a
like.
touchy subject. Fuck.
Nah, like I was just. So here's the thing. I like the core gameplay, you know, as a fighting game, and like I love watching Tekken 7 tournaments. They're incredible.
It's the best.
And like
esport.
I can see like where like how it's good. You know, watching other people play, it's like, oh yeah, this game is, you know, an incredible piece of work. The design is beautiful. I just fucking hate it because it's not. It makes no attempt to make itself welcoming to people who are not used to 3D fighters. Like, there's literally no tutorial to even explain, like, here's how movement and shit works. So in the respect of, like, me as somebody who was mostly experienced with, you know, stuff like Guilty Gear, like, that element of Tekken 7, I'm like, they clearly... There's a thing that should be in this game, and they failed to put it in there, and I'm not happy about that. But other than that, like, it's an awesome game. I just don't like that it, you know, if I wanted to learn to play it, I'd have to go on, you know, fucking YouTube for hours and hours to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Metal Gear.
Now that's something Mitch can get behind.
I do like me a Metal Gear.
I am actually kind of excited to meet David Hayter.
Oh yeah, is he gonna be at
Retro
Is it
Game Con this
Retro?
year in November.
Yeah. Oh man, you can get him to say some. You know, it's funny. I was thinking the other day, like, I'd love. I've recently learned about a service called like Cameo, I think,
Yes!
where you can just pay people to say stuff on camera.
Scott Steiner had a cameo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. I was like, he did it for fucking Pat from Super Best Friends, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I saw that shit and laughed.
Fuck.
I'm tempted to write, like, I want to write just, like, the dumbest fucking fanfic for, like, for Metal Gear, and just slowly get all of the voice actors from the series to one by one read shit on Cameo and just create this fucking incredible drama.
Oh, I'm very excited to meet the voice of Snake. Last year they
Yeah.
had the voice of Mario, and he was charging
Charles Martinet.
70. What's that?
Charles Martinet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was charging $70 for a photo and a signed 8x10. 'Cause everybody knows
man.
his face.
Oh yeah. It's his most famous quality. So if you jump above those bombs, they'll kind of give you like a boost.
Oh.
Yeah, when they go off, like if you're standing on them when they go off, you'll get hurt. But if you're in the air above them when they go off, you'll get kind of bumped up. That said, this boss is kind of bullshit and he's really hard to hit most of the time. Oh, can we get the
Shit.
Whoop. Yeah. Where the fuck did you go? Oh, Jesus Christ.
What
You got
the
some
fuck?
air. Holy shit, that thing blasted you, dude. Damn, there's a lot of active frames on that, too.
Yeah.
Got him.
I personally am a psychotic diehard wrestling fan. I'm anxiously awaiting the beginning of AEW.
In beautiful Las Vegas.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump past Mitch.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not. It's like an 8-hour drive. No thing. I don't even drive to Vegas anymore. It's too far. I live in the same goddamn state and it's still too far. I'll
Yeah.
fly. You gotta do the... Oh. There we go.
Oh shit.
And
Wow.
crushed. Damn, that's brutal.
I legit do not remember a lot about this game. I don't know if I've ever actually beaten it, come to think of it.
I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise. Sega Genesis was my first console, and I had like 8 games, and 3 of them, I had like 8 cartridges, and 4 of them were Sonic.
Did it again.
Actually, 5. I probably had more than 8 cartridges. Point being, I had a lot of Sonic games and a lot of time, and I still never beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a kid.
What about Godzilla, Ultraman, Gamera, and Zone Fighter?
Perfect. I do like me some tokusatsu. I'm not like an encyclopedic fan, but I do like me a Godzilla movie. Whether they're old and cheesy or they're actually great films like Shin Godzilla, which I will fight people if they don't like that movie. It's so goddamn good. But yeah, I like Godzilla. I like the Mystery Science Theater 3000 riffs of some of those movies too. I think they did Gamera like way back in the day. And it's like impossible to find because the Japanese company that actually owns the rights to Gamera, yeah, you went the wrong way. Won't let them re-release it because they think it's like disrespectful to their movies.
Hi, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey, Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast.
I'm pretty sure the Genesis cartridge didn't have blinkiness just standing there.
Yeah. Oh man, Sega Saturn. It's okay. The Sega Saturn died so that the Dreamcast could live
It's right. That's absolutely true.
for 2 years and then also die because people didn't know how good they had it. I'm sad. I miss Dreamcast. Oh lord.
I wish Dreamcast would have put out a Nights into Dreams game.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I wish it had just had like, at least a bigger English library. Even if there weren't like actually games, if more things had been ported from Japan, that would have been probably pretty cool.
Yeah, this actually this is being played on Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn, so this is all the Saturn ports of the first 3 Sonic games. Well, first 4 if you count Knuckle. Fudge! This is a mechanic that I can absolutely fucking do without.
And I'm not so sure about that, because that would have been the era when they were making weird 3D Castlevania games that weren't necessarily super great. I would expect Sonic that you have all of the, you need to go to the, yeah. So you were really obsessed with going the wrong direction with that thing, and I'm not sure what the plan was.
I don't you know what? I don't have an excuse for that, so I'm not gonna.
But hey, you got a Thunder Shield. But yeah, I would hope you have like all the Sega consoles. I mean, you're Sonic the Hedgehog. It'd be a bum deal if you only had, like a Dreamcast and a Master System or something.
Oh, the Master System.
Oh, hey. All right, here we go. Now we're into the real game.
Oh, it does cycle them. You're right.
Yeah, it does. It's bullshit. If you mess one up, you're basically done. Like, hypothetically, there are enough, hidden rings in the game that there's more than 7. You don't have to be absolutely perfect. You can, like, miss one and potentially still get them all. But the cycling, like, you can't learn one as you play through and then, like, nail it and move on to the next one. You just have to have them all solid. Oh, man. And possibly a quarter Munchers first. I think I'm actually running out of steam before Johnny.
That is actually a first. I think maybe after this this blue sphere, I think we might close the arcade and call it a night.
Yeah.
And this is this.
Oh, an easy one, relatively. Stabam. Forget what color this one is. Oh yeah, it's like the silver one. Which for some weird reason so this is a bizarrely specific bit of trivia, but in the British Fleetway Sonic comics, the silver Chaos Emerald was like the strongest one. It was like in charge of all the other Chaos Emeralds.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, Sonic Shuffle. That was actually the first game I got on Dreamcast when I finally got one. I was like, oh, this is way better than Mario Party.
I was gonna say, that was like the Mario Party thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. And, I mean, it was really cool at the time. I think it was like 13 or something. Because growing up was a little weird for me as a gamer. Because I was born in like a window.
Oh, perfect. Buzz through it.
Yep. But, fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so like I got a Sega Genesis like 5 or 6 years after the Sega Genesis came out. And so it was cool because like all the games were basically already out, and I never had to worry about getting anything new. And I was too young to realize like, oh yeah, we're going to the used record store and buying like loose carts. I'm okay with this. This is fine. I'm a child. I just want video game. Oh wow. Getting another one.
Oh, this doesn't seem
nice. I mean, the sky is a little extreme. That fucking ice blue. Well, you fucked those up. So I would take those in like a sort of 3-turn formation.
Yeah.
Not exactly like that. Like put the U sideways so you come out the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. But and so because of that, like I had my Sega Genesis and I was happy with it for years before like I moved up to Sega, or not Sega. I got a Nintendo 64 next and had that like got that like 2 or 3 years after it came out. And then, got the Dreamcast in like 2002 or 2003. It's like all of my consoles were already like kind of old and outdated by the time I got them. And I didn't really realize it until, I was like in my mid-teens and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute. I can look up these, release dates on the internet and hold on a second. I've been playing like old hardware this whole time." Perfect. So yeah, now you just gotta get them spiel. Ah, nuts.
I was so just focused.
That's okay. You got them perfect points for what that's worth.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to be a good time to close the arcade because I'm starting to run out of a little bit of reflex steam as well.
Yeah.
I myself, now that I have a Genesis, my next goal of console collection is to have the Death Star and get the 32X and the Sega CD.
Oh yeah. And a Game Genie and Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
And locking a cart on top of all of that.
And then divide by
Man.
0.
I should get a Sega CD at some point. Because I have a 32X. And my old, like, I think Model 2 Genesis. It is a terrible thing to behold.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Hungry Ones, thank you for sticking with us. For those of you that subscribed already, thank you so much. If you have not yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below on YouTube. Hit the follow button over on Twitch and whatever the button is on Mixer. I don't even think anyone's watching us on Mixer right now. Mixer, the wave of the future.
Yeah. Wave of the future. Wave of the future. Wave of the future. Wave of the future.
It kills me every time. We are on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Corner Munchers. Make sure you follow us there. I am Johnny.
And I am the only.
That was the only Mitch. For some reason, your Chaos Pad will mute the audio on Discord for a minute.
Huh.
It's weird.
I think it just confuses Discord because it's probably looking for like a certain type of signal that sounds like a voice. And when it
Some of this shit
doesn't know how to, you can't handle the power, the awesomeness, the blast processing.
Half the time, I don't know how I can handle that. So for the only Mitch, I am Johnny, and the arcade is closed. Good night, everybody.